won't stop till I hear him say,
Warning: the information that we convey in these videos and the content on this page simply provides general consumer information. It is not legal advice or regulatory guidance. It is not intended to sway your personal bias in any way. We are simply just relaying information already available to the general public. We highly suggest you do your own research and draft your own opinion on the topics disclosed in this video breakdown. Without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy this video breakdown, and if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, consider doing so now.
So if you just think about how much the monetary system has evolved in just one generation, we can certainly expect to see more technology evolutions throughout the monetary system over the next generation, over the next 10, 20, 40, 60, 70 years.
Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. In today's video breakdown, I have a couple of interesting interviews pieced together for you all, taking some of the pieces to the puzzle and mushing them all together so you guys can get a clear picture of what to expect for the future of our monetary system. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a massive shift and transition coming to our global monetary system. Again, the protocols, the plumbing that runs our financial system behind the scenes is about to be completely integrated with blockchain technology. Do your own personal research. Nothing that we constitute here is financial advice. I'm going to start by reading this tweet off to you all, and then we're going to jump down the rabbit hole, piecing together some of these interviews that I found on the internet, giving you guys the key talking points of these interviews and mushing them together so you guys have a clear perspective of what to expect for the future of blockchain technology and our financial ecosystem. So I'll start this off by reading this tweet that I put out to you guys on September 8th. It was a thread tweet where I was pretty much talking about the longevity of the cryptocurrency space. I've always been realistic with you all in this YouTube space, really giving you guys a clear perspective on what to expect. I've even told you guys in the past, here's a tweet from September 8th that I'm going to read to you all, where I told you guys that 2022 was going to be a year full of exit liquidity and market manipulation to install this new financial system. Again, there are lots of malicious and illicit players involved in this market space, and the regulators, the market makers, they know that, and they are not going to allow this market to thrive with those participants still involved in this market. Here's a thread. I'm going to just read this to you guys. It says, regulators are stalling for a reason. 2019 CV19 Great Reset motion starts. March 2020, the government first round stimulus to the United States economy and the crypto bull run starts. November 2021 was when satellite images show Russian troops for the first time near the Ukrainian border. The cryptocurrency market bear market starts. As you all can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is all pre-programmed via fundamentals in politics and war and things of that nature, okay, in order to sway the market manipulative mood, right? Scrolling down here, continuing the rest of this thread, it says, all at the same time, the 2019 World Economic Forum announces the plan for the 2030 Great Agenda. Must have been a coincidence, right? March 2020, quantitative easing starts. The United States dollar loses strength. November 2021, Russian-Ukrainian headlines start. Investors flee to global reserve currency. The United States dollar starts to gain strength. This is exactly at the same time that the bear market started in November of 2021, ladies and gentlemen, which was a year ago. Okay. Continuing the rest of this thread, 2022, prices are 80 to 90% discounted from all-time highs. Bullish crypto fundamentals do not reflect crypto's prices. It is clear that prices are artificially suppressed. The bear market will continue into 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I said this back to you guys in September. Okay. Year-end 2023, regulations will fully come into place. And by 2024, the utility bull run starts. It is all pre-planned, pre-engineered. The global financial reset, 2022, was a liquidity grab tactic to build momentum for what is really coming over the next 2 to 3 years. People have been saying, given misinformation, that I've been telling people that it's going to take 3 to 5 years for the utility bull run to kick into play. Ladies and gentlemen, here's proof in the pudding that I've never said that. I said 2 to 3 years. That means, right, two years from now is 2024. 3 years from now is 2025. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. The devil's in the details. You guys can do your own personal research and find out when all of this is going to take place via documentation, via interviews with banking elites, right? Visa CEOs. We have MasterCard CEOs. We have banking CEOs giving these interviews for the general public to go and watch. And if you go and you watch these interviews, ladies and gentlemen, there's no more than 1,000 views on these YouTube videos. That means that barely anybody is watching this information or doing their own research. Whereas if you go to, the most recent TikTok upload of somebody shaking their butt for some meme, it's got millions of views. Wake up and see that the majority of individuals are mass manipulated into believing fundamentals and things that they see on the internet instead of doing their own intuitive research. Last but not least, the multiple utility tokens will run our new financial system. Wake up, YouTube and Twitter hype are part of the game. So with this tweet thread, ladies and gentlemen, again, where I literally told you all right here, 2022 was a liquidity grab tactic in order to build momentum for what is to come in 2023 and 2024. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. We've been attempting to give you guys the realest piece and bits of information that we possibly can here at CYPRX without being monetized or taken off of YouTube. Make sure that if you guys want a more intuitive video breakdown where we are kind of less monetized and centered, you go follow us on our Rumble page. The link is in the description for that down below. With that being said, let's jump into the video clips that I have for you all. Make sure that you smash this thumbs up button so that way this video gets pushed out to more individuals like yourself. It does help boost the YouTube algorithm. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at 10,000 YouTube subscribers. We are going to be doing a crypto giveaway once we reach 10,000 YouTube subs, and we're also going to be giving away a CYPRX hat and t-shirt to 2 lucky YouTube subscribers. So make sure that you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. We do appreciate the love and support. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video display.
So if you just think about how much the monetary system has evolved in just one generation, we can certainly expect to see more technology evolutions throughout the monetary system over the next generation, over the next 10, 20, 40, 60, 70 years. And that
there is a massive inefficiency in how global money moves. I've made the joke many times, which is actually quite serious. The fastest way for you to get money to London today is to drive from here to LAX and fly it there. That's a crazy statement. And there's all kinds of inefficiencies of how global liquidity, global cash is managed, which makes our financial system less efficient. We can accelerate the engine of global commerce by leveraging these technologies. Bridget, I think, characterized it well. If you can accelerate transactions, reducing the cost, making them far more efficient. I mean, imagine this. SWIFT has a published error rate of 6%. Imagine if 6 out of 100 Google searches resulted in a 404. It's inconceivable. Yet our global financial infrastructure has a 6% error rate. It takes days to settle a transaction and costs way more than it should. And the people who are penalized the most are the people who can least afford to handle that.
One area that I would like to sort of focus in on, and we spend a lot of time talking about this as well, because we see an area where there is potentially a lot of value in exploring this, is in sort of the cross-border space. The cross-border, there's a lot of opportunity to explore.
We'll get to it if we envisage a future state, and this is again a journey. We're 4 years in, 5 years in. It's probably going to be another 5 years before we really see mass adoption. But in that 5-year time period, we'll see some important steps, and those important steps will allow us to inch towards an end game, that has much more efficiency, much fewer potential intermediaries. The roles and responsibilities are going to change in the marketplace. I think all institutions are thinking about what that means. All of us, the central banks, the various players in the private sector, the regulators, like, what does this mean if the DVP model starts to look the way we think we envisage it could? Things start to change, but
First of all, there's a ton of misinformation out there. And so the holy wars are being fueled by people who are out there saying, because of economic benefit, they are hyping things. They are saying, they're measuring their success by the price of some token. It's like, look, we have to think about this over not 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months. 3 to 5 years from now, I think there's an opportunity. Ripple's very focused on solving one vertical problem,
which is
payments, cross-border payments in particular.
One area that I would like to sort of focus in on, and we spend a lot of time talking about this as well, because we see an area where there is potentially a lot of value in exploring this, is in sort of the cross-border space. The response there, and then I'll go around. But I think is this a 2, 5, 10-year thing, or maybe sooner as you're building out these solutions for your business?
Well, you got to be careful what you say on those questions. But so look, I've been 4 years in the hunt, as many of us around the table have. So it doesn't feel like we've just started. All I'll do is I'll cite the work that we're doing with the Swiss National Bank. We're on the roadmap to, with an unspecified time, policy changes. That's what we all want to get to. I think we all are. I think that's true for all of that. That's the goal. 2 years, I would like to think that we are really going beyond that pilot. You know, we're starting to see some real activity. I think 5 years feels really realistic, and that we should all be pushing to get to that point. We don't know what we don't know, but I'll leave it at that. 2 years is a bit soon. 5 years, let's do this. That 2 years is a bit soon. 5 years, let's do this.
Visa rails. So I look ahead, Armani, and I say that the future of money is digital. Cash will still be around, but I think the use cases associated with cash will increasingly decrease over time.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting seeing this acceleration of digital payments, but at the same time, it's so hard to imagine a world without cash. So you talked about you see fewer use cases, but what role do you think cash plays kind of in the future of money?
Well, first of all, I mean, cash is playing a role for a lot of the unbanked people around the world who are out of the financial mainstream. But beyond that, there are still use cases where we're going to have to have some innovation in order for cash to ever be displaced. You know, tipping is a big example of a use case. I also think that for some people, buying a simple cup of coffee seems easier still for some people to pay in cash, although increasingly people are tapping and big companies are getting behind trying to push digital in those environments as well. So I think that we by our estimates, those last year still was $18 trillion spent on cash and checks. Spent on cash and checks around the world. So it's not going anywhere quickly. And I think as we get more people into the financial mainstream, and as the technology and the user experience gets better, I think you'll start to see cash still continue to decline. But I can't imagine a future where there isn't some cash still utilized. So we're doing a number of things in the crypto space. First of all, our bread and butter is just facilitating the purchase of them. And many, many people around the world, millions of people in the last couple of years have been buying Bitcoin. I don't see Bitcoin as a vehicle that's going to work very well in the payment space, but it's a very interesting asset, Bitcoin. I don't see Bitcoin as a vehicle that's going to work very well in the payment space, but
Today, I've made the joke that people talk about using Bitcoin to buy coffee. You know, the average Bitcoin transaction can take as much as 20 minutes to complete a transaction. But if you're going to use Bitcoin for that transaction, it's going to take a long time. Your coffee might get cold, and the transaction costs are going to double the price of your coffee. So I think we may come to find that Bitcoin is kind of the Napster of digital assets. It showed us what's possible. It showed us that, holy cow, this is transformative technology. But Spotify and iTunes and Pandora ruled the day because they actually engaged with the ecosystem. They engaged with regulators to solve a real problem.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you all stuck around for the full video breakdown. I hope that you all learned something. Again, making sure that you all aren't paying attention to all the mass manipulation in the market. Really understand that the timelines will all come into fruition. Time will be the only truth in this market, ladies and gentlemen, that shows everybody's true colors. Blessings to you all. Make sure that you're not paying attention to FUD. Make sure that you're not falling victim to getting manipulated into buying certain cryptocurrency assets because of something that you saw on YouTube or something that you saw on Twitter. Making sure that you're doing your own intuitive research. This information is out there for you all to go and view and see via reading public documents, public websites, listening to interviews. Please, ladies and gentlemen, save yourselves, do your own intuitive research, and don't fall victim to market manipulation. Blessings to you all. As always, bring you all the realest information. Stay vigilant, stay cognizant, stay aware, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video breakdown.
I won't stop till I hear him say